That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Uh, hey, while they're going back to their seats, can I get a couple more volunteers from the audience? I want to show you guys something else, if that's okay. I need a couple of gentlemen to join me this time. Yeah, right here in the front, you volunteered. And the guy right there, he looks so relieved I didn't pick him, so why don't we just go and get both of you guys? That'd be great. Come on up. Everybody clap for them both. Give them both a big round of applause for volunteering. This is good. Man, tonight is fun, isn't it? This has been fun. I'm having a blast being a part of this. What's your name, man? Joseph? Joseph, I'm here. It's very nice to meet you. Your name, sir? Frank. Joseph, man, you got a fan club out there. That's great. You guys stay right there. Do you guys have any idea what this is? That's the Strait-Jacket. Yeah, this was designed and meant to be worn by the criminally insane, just to basically keep them from harming themselves, harming other people. What we have to figure out tonight is who is standing on stage that's crazy enough to be strapped inside the Strait-Jacket. Okay. Frank, I'm kidding. You don't have to go in this. They're turning on you very quickly, though, aren't they? Obviously, the reason you're here is to put me inside the Strait-Jacket. You guys are going to do that as tight as you possibly can, all right? Obviously, the tighter you put me inside the jacket, the harder it's going to be for me to get out. That's the whole idea. The harder it is for me to get out, the more fun it's going to be for them to watch me try, and the higher chance that I might fail, which makes it very interesting. For those of you who are wondering, yes, I have failed before. It's very embarrassing, all right? So you guys go ahead and start by just pulling. Oh, there was one part. One part will be obvious that you could hurt me. When that time comes, obviously, please be mature. Don't hurt me. All right, the rest of the time, you can make it tight. All right, go ahead and begin by pulling it up over my shoulders there. Both of you can work together as a team. That'll get this done a lot quicker. It looks pretty obvious. They work exactly like a leather belt. Just buckle those 4 straps back there in the back. You guys can work together, do every other. Get them as tight as they'll go, all right? As you guys can tell, the Strait-Jacket was designed to be worn backwards. That way the person can be put into the jacket against their will. It also made it harder to get out of because the straps are back there in the back. I can't see them. I can't reach them. Even if I could reach them, they're hard to mess around with them, manipulate, because the ends of the sleeves are sewn shut. Everything's reinforced with leather and rivets. The jacket itself is made out of canvas. That's a material that does not stretch or give in any way whatsoever. You guys got those 4 done? Sweet. I'm just going to spin around. Give the audience a quick look at the back of the jacket so they can inspect your work. It may not seem like it's too tight yet. It will get a lot tighter by the time we're done. These last few straps work like this. This first strap was designed to go between the person's legs. It was buckled back to the back, basically just to keep the person from being able to stretch and pull the jacket up over the top of their heads. This part I was talking about, not so tight on this one, all right? All right, you guys go and grab the end of it. Just take your time, guys. All right, there's another buckle down there at the bottom. Just buckle. It's going to keep me from being able to pull it up over my head, all right? You get it as tight as it'll go, okay? Just don't yank on it fast. Just go tight. Get that pin in the very last pinhole. Yeah, get it as tight as it'll go, okay? It's okay, dude. You're doing great. You're doing great. There you go. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, as soon as you get it buckled, you're going to thread that one back through. Take the excess part of the strap, the slack, just like the back buckles, thread it back to the buckle. Take the end of that strap, tuck it underneath one of the other straps back there in the back. I basically don't want the end of that strap hanging down, flopping around. So you can just tuck it underneath one of those back straps if you want. That way it's not hanging around where I get my hand on it easily. All right, cool. You got that part done? So far, so good. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. The last but not least were the 2 arms. They were crossed over in front of the person's body like this. The 6th and final strap was riveted to the end of the sleeve, ran around the person's body, was buckled to the end of the other sleeve on the other side. Guys, I know there's 2 of you. I know there's only 1 strap here, but I want you guys to work together as a team on this one, all right? One of you can take the strap. The other one of you can push in my arms, pull my shoulders in, whatever you want to do. This is the strap that determines whether it's easy or difficult. We want this to be a challenge. You're not going to hurt me. Get it as tight as you can, all right? Pull it as tight as you can. Put some muscle into it. Come on, pull it. Pull it. Okay, you might hurt me, actually. Okay. Okay. I should have kept my mouth shut. And I should have picked 2 of the kids, I think. This could be I'm not just saying this is the tightest I've been in the Strait-Jacket, at least 2 to 3 years, I think. These guys did an excellent job. Will you please give them a big round of applause as they go back to their seats? Gentlemen, thank you very much. You may be seated. Well done, well done. The Strait-Jacket became famous not after it was implemented and used in asylums, but after it was presented as a challenge to the world-famous escape artist by the name of Houdini. Houdini got buckled inside the Strait-Jacket. The first few times he got it out, he actually didn't hang up in the air upside down from a rope, from a crane or a building like we all see in those pictures from history. The first few times he got out, he flopped around the ground of a jail cell until he found his freedom. And I'm going to break the rules of the art of magic and illusion here tonight. I'm actually going to reveal to you the secret of how Houdini got out of the Strait-Jacket for a couple of reasons. One, I'm telling you in case you guys ever find yourself in this position someday. Could happen, you never know. Second, I'm telling you, because I think it's really interesting. I think it's fascinating. So, Houdini realized eventually that if he dislocated one of his shoulders, it gave him the ability to stretch and basically pull one of his arms up over the top of his head. With his shoulder placed, he'd bring his arms back around the front of his body, begin the most difficult part of the escape. That may not seem like it, but the hardest part is actually getting an arm worked up out of one of the sleeves of the jacket, because the jacket's still on your body. But if you can get an arm up out of one of the sleeves, he could take that arm into the body of the jacket, shove it out of the top and bottom openings, and try to take that hand and stretch around and reach some of the buckles in the back. If you can get undone or at least loosen 2, maybe 3 of those back buckles, that was enough slack for Houdini to be able to stretch and pull the jacket up over the top of his head. As you can imagine, it was painful, which is exactly why the Strait-Jacket escape itself has pretty much become a part of the history books. Most people like me who do 150 presentations a year, I do not do this in every single performance. But tonight's pretty special, so I will now attempt this for your entertainment pleasure. It really is tight. I hope it works. Are you ready? That was pretty weak. Are you ready?
My soul cries out, my soul cries out for you. These bones cry out, these dry bones cry for you to live and move, 'cause only you can raise the dead, can lift my head up. My soul cries out, my soul cries out for you. These bones cry out, these dry bones cry for you to live and move, 'cause only you can raise the dead, can lift my head up. Life is breaking out, it's breaking out. Life is breaking out, it's breaking out, it's breaking out. Jesus, you're the one who saves us, constantly creates us into something new. Jesus, surely you will find us, surely our Messiah will make all things new, will make all things new.
One second. This is usually the part where I start by saying, don't try this at home. Well, let's be honest, if you guys have a Strait-Jacket at your house, we probably should get you guys in some sort of counseling or something like that. So instead, let me just share a thought with you guys before the next person comes up. I'm not going to travel all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, up here to Chicago to hang out with you guys and pretend like I know you. There's no way for me to know what's going on in the life of every single person in this room. There's no life for any one of us to understand and have a touch with every single kid or every single life that ICI touches. But, man, I've had a chance to travel around the world to a lot of places and interacted with a lot of people and a lot of cultures. And it's taught me a lot about life. One of the things that's taught me that it doesn't matter how smart we are, it doesn't matter how old we are, it doesn't matter whether we graduated from high school or got a college diploma or what we do for a living, what language we speak. Every single human being on the planet, we all have one of these, right? You might think, Harris, I don't actually have a straitjacket laying around my house, but metaphorically, we've all had straitjackets. If it's what tonight was about and we had time, I could tell you about multiple straitjackets that I've had in my lifetime that required a lot of pain and heartache because I was trying to fight my way out of them on my own. So I don't know what each of our straitjackets have been or what straitjackets you're fighting and struggling with right now. I just know that we all have one. And there's this idea that because I grew up in church, I heard a lot, and you guys have heard it too. It says that the truth will set you free. I heard that so many times when I was a little kid. They were like, hey, Harris, truth will set you free. I was like, cool. Found a teenager, hey, Harris, truth will set you free. I was like, I live in America, free country. I'm already free, but thanks. Get a little bit older, hey, truth will set you free, truth will set you free. What I've now discovered after traveling around the world as an illusionist is they were right. The truth will set me free. But what I missed along the way is that if the truth can set us free, that sort of implies that lies and deception can entangle us, right? That if we're not careful, the straitjackets that people in the world get tricked into finding themselves in, they can trap them, they can entangle them, and they can keep them from living out the life that God created them to live out. And thankfully for all of us, the truth is not just a story. It's not like a list of facts or something that we just memorize and then repeat. The truth is actually a person. His name is Jesus. And when he was here and he said that I am the way, I am the truth. He didn't just say this is the truth. He said, I am the truth and I'm the life. No one comes to God except through me. The reason that I feel such an honor to be a part of tonight's event is because every single day, the kids that are growing up in American culture, including right here in your city of Chicago, they are taking in 4,000 to 5,000 messages and advertisements every single day. 5,000 messages a day saying, if you just drive this, if you could someday just buy this, if you just wear this, if you just go do this, it will give you life. But it doesn't give them life. If it's rooted in a lie, it ends up being just an illusion, and it just leaves you feeling trapped and entangled. But the truth found in Christ and in Christ alone, it can set them free. So in my mind, the work that ICI does, it just comes alongside of these kids that feel like there is no hope, who can't really find their way, who mostly feel trapped and entangled by the weight of this world that is so desperately lied to them in hopes of selling them something or getting them to invest their life in something that is meaningless. But if we can support the work of person by person, kid by kid, coming along, loving them and sharing with them the truth of who Christ is, those straps can start to be loosened. They can begin to discover the truth about who they are and who Christ is and who they are in his eyes. And they can find the freedom and the life that God created them to live out. To share with you more about the work that ICI does, let's welcome up here the man. You guys all know him. Please welcome BJ to the stage. BJ.